Welcome to HUFC TV on this Friday night under lights at Olympic Village. It's round 6 action of the competition, and it's reaching that sort of edgy point of the year for both the mighty Heidelberg United Alexander Warriors and the visitors tonight, the Bentleigh Greens. It's a beautiful night. It's crisp but not cold. It's very still. Ideal night for football. The pitch looks a treat. I don't know. I reckon it's
a couple of former Heidelberg players,
as well as Tommy Strickland, of course.
Yeah, Tommy Strickland. So, look, it is a young squad there at Bentleigh Greens, and again, as you said, Greg, if they don't get anything out of this game tonight, it's going to be a very, very difficult and hard season for Bentleigh Greens.
The Warriors need to follow up, as you mentioned. That win over South Melbourne, that was monumental. But I tell you what, crash bang as evening. What a night it was. Were you down at Lakeside last week, Nick?
No, unfortunately I wasn't. I was watching the coverage of HUFC.
It was good coverage.
It was fantastic.
Thank you very much.
But what we're seeing again is the same back four as last week with Anthony Theo on the right.
We'll just go with that Ellis, beautiful ball for Kenny. Ellis for Kenny, and bang! And you would have backed him in. You would have backed the king in. He hasn't found the net yet for the Warriors since his return. What a great opportunity.
Yeah, it was, and it looked as though the Bentleigh defence hesitated for a second there, thinking that Kenny was offside, but he wasn't, and an enormous chance that it was missed by Kenny, so he could have put Heidelberg up early in the game, and off to a good start.
Oh, the Alan Webb, he gave him the don't argue, and he's terrific. There's the big age. We've played 10 minutes and 10 seconds in this first half, and we've got no score. As Ellis loses the battle with Mills. Garcia pops it forward. Dangerous for, great stuff by Hayden Brown at the feet of Amendola. Let's have a look at that one again. Gee, that was dangerous. Look at him, and he's quick too.
Great save by Hayden Brown, and obviously a quality keeper. We know that Hayden Brown's a quality keeper, and he's certainly going to put the pressure on.
Well, he's had plenty of practice. He's had plenty of practice, hasn't he? Plenty of practice. He played for St Albans for a long time. And now he's.
He had a magnificent game last week against South Melbourne.
He did corner Bentleigh Greens, Southern Road ends, scoreless game, round 6 action. Very deep cross, angled header away by the Warriors. They'll come again, Bentleigh Greens. They're just building in a little bit of confidence, the young Bentleigh Greens team. Great header cleared by the King. He did so much work up and down the ground last week. Strickland, the former Warrior, he's overrun. They brought a posse and they duked it out, and Strickland lost the day by numbers, and the Warriors get a free kick. Oh, Nick, thank you for coming in at the last minute, because we'd actually forgotten about Joe Fott completely, and just realised at the last minute he's probably in the lockup on the Gold Coast there somewhere. He gets up to all sorts of shenanigans, the Joe Fott, when he's away from home.
Like most people that end up going for a holiday to the Gold Coast.
Oh dear. Kenny through traffic, pushed it through where there wasn't a gap. Habib, Ellis wants his left, gets it, bang, great goal, great build-up, great goal, and Sean Ellis, he's back in town, the Flamehead Scot, on 19 minutes. Ellis, he gave himself plenty of time, wanted his left foot, it was sweet and juicy and good, and you want to taste it all the time. Have a look at this, bang, stops.
Yeah, it's a fantastic effort. I mean, he kept calm, even though with the advance of the Bentleigh defender, he was able to just get it to his favoured left foot and just this time, slot it past, Bon Scott, the Bentleigh keeper, to give Heidelberg a deserved, I think, 1-0 lead.
So Warrior free kick, they're up by 1. We're heading toward the 25th minute of this one on a Friday night. It's turning out to be a bit of a belter between these two old rivals who are normally playing off in cup finals and grand finals. And
yeah, it has been like that 3-year period where it was these two teams that were fighting for everything.
Oh, that's a dangerous one. Kenny with the header, and what a stop! What a stop! What a stop from Bon Scott. have a look at that again.
We can see King Kenny just gets way above his defenders. He headed it into that near post, and Bon Scott was just able to get a hand and deflect it over the crossbar.
He flew like a beautiful angel, didn't he, the King? The Ellis corner, far post, and what's the call?
I think it's called for an offensive foul.
Oh, so Bentleigh Greens, they've given half a squeak. Barcia, he's lightning quick, isn't he, this bloke? Abendilwar into the penalty area. Aidan Brown nearly spills it, does spill it, and it goes spinning into the back of the net. And that's twice in about 5 minutes that I've called something, and all of a sudden it's turned on its head. So Abendilwar, he got away, he scampered away, he rifled the shot in. I thought we're going to have a look at that one again. We're not going to have another look, but I think, we credit that to Abendilwar, or where do we go with that, Nick? It was a good win then by Baker, away by Bentleigh Greens on this Friday night in a 1-1 game. Villal tried to force his way where there was nothing to force, and he'll get a free kick.
Yeah, because he was held by the Bentleigh defender as he's going past.
See, now it's... all right.
So the free kick was definitely there, Blakey.
Don't make me get cranky with you, Nick. No, probably was. Jamie Wilson, the new JW, the junkyard dog. I like this bloke. He's a raw-boned, angular, angry person, is Jamie Wilson, and he can play the game as well. Launches into it with the right foot, goes into the hot spot. The King leapt, and the score. Is it the Good Shepherd? No, it's
AJ, I think.
It is. We're going to have a look again. Well, he didn't get the goal scorer. We'll watch that again. So the King went up, and it is AJ.
It is AJ.
Oh, and the security guard, he made one last week. He scored one now. And the big fella, he'd be really, really happy about that. He made the run. The King was up high. The King was magnificent as he went airborne. The header across the face of goal, and AJ there, who is becoming possibly the most valuable player in this squad as we speak.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that, Greg. But
so the Warriors would love to bag a third in stoppage time in this first half. It would give them a really comfortable buffer zone, long loft, top of the penalty area. Will come back in through Zara, and Bon Scott arches the back, takes it cleanly, and that will be the half-time whistle at the Olympic Village on this Friday night under the lights, and the Warriors lead by 2-1 against the Bentleigh Greens arch enemies. But tonight the stakes are so very, very different for both clubs, and right now the Warriors seem to have the advantage, but plenty of footy to come. And welcome back to HUFC TV on this Friday night under lights at Olympic Village, which looks absolutely magnificent, although there's some conjecture about whether the ground's been lengthened somewhat or moved just a little bit, because I have no idea of the dimensions of the ground. It just looks a little different. We were having a look beforehand. It's a 2-1 lead to the Warriors at half-time on what would perhaps is a reconfigurated pitch. It might bring us some luck. Nick Kominakis.
Yeah, look, it's the pitch has certainly been moved a little bit to the left, to the scoreboard end, and but yeah, look, let's hope it does bring us some luck, and let's hope that Heidelberg starts off where they finished the first half, and get on the front foot, and start attacking Bentleigh Greens, and hopefully get a early goal in the second half, and make it a comfortable victory. Otherwise it'll be a nervous 45.
Yes, indeed. 45 to come in this round 6 game. The Melbourne Knights in the other game tonight. Is that a final yet?
That's a final score. Melbourne Knights, Altona Magic 3-1.
So the Melbourne Knights look as if they're on a bit of a roll in season 2023, and the Warriors want to get on to one. We did get some confirmation about the goal scorer for Bentleigh Greens. It was Mitch Rook that scored the equaliser. Mitch Rook on 30. Sean Ellis put the Warriors ahead. Mitch Rook with the equaliser, as we just mentioned, in the first half, and then AJ putting the Warriors ahead. They start the second half. Lesiotis through the gap for Ellis, first time, looking for the king. Almost got a second look at it. Perhaps could have done a little better as turned upfield by Heliar. Long ball, a leaper. AJ's the man there. Oh no, Niello dances away. Niello with the chance. Well done, Hayden Brown. Abendwell and Masuda. Masuda was going the wrong way. He got a toe to it, and what a toe it was. That's his most productive touch of the day. Otherwise, that was goal.
Yeah, look, it's a fantastic initial save by Hayden Brown there. And what about the effort from Masuda to just clear off the line, just stretch the leg out back and just get a leg to it. So, and again, it's those spaces that are opening up in the midfield for Heidelberg that we've got to be careful of those.
After suspension, he'll sit in at left back, won't he, as the Warriors go forward. Anthony Theo with a belter and turned round the corner by Bon Scott. What an effort from Anthony Theo. He launched it unexpectedly. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's a fantastic shot. That was going just inside the post, and Bon Scott, dived, fully stretched and managed to get a hand and knock it out for Connor. But what we've seen is a restructure of the back four. So with Anthony Lesiotis off, we've seen Dion Nicolaides come into the game, and he's now playing at left back. Adrian Zara at right back for Heidelberg. In the middle of the park.
Header across goal from the Good Shepherd. Frustration still for the Warriors. Anthony Theo acrobatic over his shoulder. Habib is robbed to the king down, and AJ, and it's just a cheapie as well. And Warrior ball, I suspect, on that far side. Very deep, right lane, attacking territory, Southern Road, the traffic dying off as the manic consumerism of Northland closes down for the evening, thank goodness. Ellis, that was a savage indictment. Ellis low, top of the box. Trying to get an angle was the king. Zara scoops at far post. Bilal's there, Shepherd's there, flag went up, and it won't count again. So there's a play at end as well. I reckon it might be the skipper. I reckon he's copped one after the play, or is it?
Yeah. It looks that way, but it looks as though it's a free kick just outside the box there.
Well, he must have copped a hell of a whack, the skipper, Adrian Zara, who played his...
It's unusual for Adrian to go down for no reason.
150th last week in a memorable win at South Melbourne. And hoping to back it up tonight with a victory over the old arch rivals, Bentleigh Greens. The stakes are significantly more treacherous for both clubs. More so for Bentleigh Greens, looking at a 0-6 start. Ellis with a wicked angled free kick at that Southern Road end. Sean Ellis, he has a mastery of the game and a mastery of the football and a mastery of situations, and he almost paid off as Bon Scott palmed it away, and then in the end Bilal Habib. Let's have a look at the free kick firstly. Brilliant. Bon Scott with a flap, and in the end over the bar from Bilal Habib. It's a 2-1 game. Melbourne City, Toyota and Windsor Management Insurance Brokers. The run on at the other end, the Sheriff aimed to shoot. Strickland, Heidelberg players. The Sheriff for Strickland. High ball, dangerous, and it was the Sheriff. He leapt high, he went flying through the night air, and his header was not far away. So the two ex-Heidelberg players combining well, and the Sheriff, Lucas Derrick's just on the ground. Off the bench tonight, the former Hume player. Zara holds up Bentleigh Greens this time. Back spinner. Kenny with the run. Flag is down. Kenny Bon Scott's out of his comfort zone. Kenny's there. Had nothing to work with. Plays it back as the Warriors get and thank goodness as Owen Ashton, the little Energizer Bunny on 82 in his 50th game. Johnny on the spot. And Ashton, well, it's good to see you back, Energizer Bunny. 50 games, for the little bloke. He's come off the bench and he's got what you would hope and pray and think is maybe the sealer on this Friday night.
And I think we've got to give credit to Kenny Atthew, because that ball that was knocked forward to him, he was able to make that run, get in front of Bon Scott just to nip it past him, and then had the composure to be able to lay it back to Kane Shepherd, who took the shot, and the ball happened to fall to Owen Ashton, who just simply slotted it home. But I think full credit should be given to Kenny Atthew for the assist on that one.
Well, I actually feel, they swarm forward, the Warriors. Kenny's there. Kenny and Hillier. Kenny wins the physical duel. The outside runner's Danny Dixon on his left. Lofts it. Oh, the shot was almost on target. Who was that?
I think that was...
it doesn't really... It might have been Jamie.
Yeah, they certainly want to try and get at least a consolation goal out of this, because I think they played well enough to probably deserve one.
Well, they could have turned their tail up at half time. They didn't.
Yeah.
We're into the very late stages. It's nearly 10:30 here in Melbourne on this Friday night, round 6 of the 2023 season, and the Warriors led on 20. Oh, Hayden Brown had to palm that one away, so they nearly did get the consolation goal. Shot on the turn. The battle is on between Dixon and Abendula, and then Shepherd. He'll get the lucky bounce. Danny Dixon runs it outside him. Danny Dixon toward the penalty area. He's waiting for some support. The loose man, the open man, is Wilson, and he who hesitates is lost. We're deep in stoppage time.
He had an opportunity when he got the ball there to just take a shot at goal. He preferred to cut it back, and the Bentleigh Greens defender just got in the way there. So probably a wrong option for Jamie Wilson over there.
So the Warriors, it must be only a matter of seconds now away from a really, really important win in the scheme of the season. And in fact, as the curtain drops across the drama on the stage here at Olympic Village tonight, and Heidelberg United, Alexander, Frank, a very, very critical win in the context of the season. They get 3 points.